Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we're going to make a standing spray for a funeral, and I wanted to show you a few of the tools that I use to make one. So this is a cage. This is a floral cage. We actually order these from a company called Ludwig. It is fresh floral foam that has been soaked. We place it in just a pot of water and let it soak until it's completely saturated. And then this is a 58-inch stand. It is just a metal stand that we use to hang these sprays on, and we attach our flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cage, and it has a hole here, and it hooks right onto that stand very simply. You just hook it on. Now the next tool I like to use are zip ties. These are 8-inch zip ties. We purchase these from just our local hardware store. You can purchase them anywhere, the dollar store, the hardware store, wherever. I'm going to take these. I'm going to come closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use them, and I'm going to poke it right through this hole that's at the top, and I am going to attach it to the stand itself. Just go ahead and zip tie that into place. Now there are holes at the bottom. You'll see holes on each side. I'm going to do the same thing with the remaining 2 zip ties. I'm just going to feed them right through that hole and come around that stand and zip tie that cage right to the stand. Now you want to attach it in 3 different places. You want it to be well put together and to hold really tight. So it's not going to go anywhere. You don't have to worry about it. Now, if you don't have zip ties, you can absolutely use wire. You don't have to necessarily have zip ties, but I have found that zip ties don't cut like wire does. You have to grab those stands and move them here and there. I find that zip ties don't cut you, and wires might. I'm going to take my wire snips, and I am going to cut the tabs off those zip ties. Now be sure to do that. It just makes a cleaner look. It just cleans it up. Go ahead and just remove those tabs and just toss those in the trash. Now the next thing I like to do is I like to start with my greenery next. So I am going to use some Bellini palm. And it comes just in a bundle, just like that. I'm going to take my floral knife, and I am going to cut the band that's holding that palm together. And then I am going to take my knife and cut that stem at an angle. And I like to go around the perimeter of the stand. So press that in and go all the way around. So I'm going to make basically a diamond shape with my greenery. So press that, and you want to, when putting that palm into that foam, press it in really deep. You don't want it to work its way out. So this stand will be moved, gosh, at least 3 different times. And so you want to make sure that everything is well inserted into that foam so that it doesn't come loose.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah, what you got? So you're going to just continue to add your greenery until you have filled in the entire space. Now, if you prefer to design where you add your flowers and then add your greenery, you absolutely can do that. I just find sometimes it's easier to green it out first. So our Bellini comes with 2 small bundles in a package, so I go ahead and use both of those small bundles. After you go all the way around the perimeter, then you're going to fill in the inner part of that foam and just cover it Now, I had someone ask the other day, how do you green out a casket cover? I basically do exactly the same thing, except the saddle is sitting on the table. So you're going to do the same thing, except it's sitting on the table. Basically the exact same technique. You do not have to use all palm foliage. If you want to mix and match and use leather leaf or baker's fern, you can do that. I like to use palm as my base, the Robolini palm or even jade. So there, it's greened completely out. Next, what I'm going to do is come in with some Israeli ruscus. I like the line of the Israeli. It kind of gives us a different shape, a different texture. So I'm going to come in and I like to add one at the top, and that's kind of leaving. Add one at the top and then one at the bottom. And then just kind of work my way through with the ruscus. But you can see how it kind of gives us a little bit of a line. And it's just kind of filling up. You can hear the water dripping on into a bucket. When I make a standing spray, I like to have a bucket placed up underneath my stand so that the water just drips right into that bucket and I don't have to do too terribly much cleanup afterward. Doesn't leave my floor quite as wet. Okay, so I've added my Israeli ruscus kind of throughout the arrangement. Next, I'm going to tie a bow. Now, this customer asked for a pretty red bow attached, so I'm going to tie a bow. I'm going to take some red floral satin ribbon. Scissors. I'm going to cut the end off because it's not clean, so I'm just going to take that and cut that end off. I'm just going to throw that away. I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to make a center loop. So I'm taking this ribbon and I'm going to just roll it over, just like that, to make a little center loop. Okay, I'm going to hold that ribbon and then I'm going to make a twist and a loop, a twist and a loop, and you'll continue to do that same thing until you get as many loops as you would like. I usually do about 5 loops on each side for a bow. Now let me say, if you are first learning how to tie a bow, you want to practice with wired ribbon versus this floral satin. This is the least forgiving ribbon that you can work with. So you definitely want to practice with wired ribbon. Now this is 2.5 inch floral satin. And floral satin is perfect for funeral work. I mean, it does exactly what you need for funeral work. We also use this floral satin to tie bows for plants. And if we're going to have something written on ribbon, this is the type of ribbon we like to use. But again, it is the least forgiving ribbon that you can use. So I've got my bow I'm holding my bow all together. I'm taking just a little piece of florist wire. It's 21 gauge wire, and I am just tightening that around that bow. I'm going to take my loop and I'm going to spread them out. Okay, there's our pretty bow. I'm going to cut my tails. like that. And then I'm going to add a Koi wood pick to the back of that ribbon so that I can just pick it right over into my standing spray. So I'm just wrapping that wire right around that wood pick and then taking the wire that's attached to the pick and wrapping that right around. Just like that. I'm going to take this and pick it right into the center of my spray. Now we do not put bows on all sprays, but we do put them on some, especially if it's requested. All right, so there's our pretty ribbon in the center. Next we are going to start with I'm going to start with my line flower. I like to do the line first because then it shows me pretty much the perimeter of the arrangement. So it gives us our height and our length. So I'm going to use gladiolus for my line flower. These aren't as open as they could be, but they are showing color, so we're going to use glad. So I'm going to start out with my height here. So I'm going to take my stem. I like to hold it up to my arrangement, kind of see where I need to cut it. Give it a good cut. Press that right down into that foam. Again, you want to press it deeply into the foam. Take your second stem and stick it at the bottom. So you can see my line. You really can't, but there's a line kind of going all the way through. There's our glad on the bottom. I'm going to take another one and I'm going to kind of come at an angle here. And when I said another one, another glad. Take a second one and I'm going to angle my second one down, just kind of in that same line. You can see where I pressed it in down at the bottom. We'll take another one and we'll make another line coming all the way across there. All right, there are all of our line flowers. There's the bottom and the top line. I'm sorry I keep lifting it up, but I want you to see the bottom also. Next we're going to come in with some Gerbera daisies. So I have some really pretty white Gerbera daisies, and I'm going to kind of come right down the center with these focal flowers. Take my largest bloom and put it right there in the center. Okay. Got it a little long, so you can kind of see. Again, I made another line with my Gerberas. Okay, next I'm going to come in with some mums. So these are called disc buds. They're fairly small little mums, but they're sweet. I'm just going to go all the way around with our disc buds to kind of fill in some space. So kind of between the glads, I'm going to give a little bit of length. And then on each side of our bow, I'm going to place one. So you can see how I'm just kind of filling up some space with these mums. There are our white disc buds. Next we're going to come in with some red carnations. Just some pretty red carnations. Make sure that those are fluffed. Again, I'm just filling in some of that space. Okay, there's our red carnations. And then lastly, we're going to add some pretty red roses. So these are heart roses. They have been wired. I'll show you closely so you can see the wire on those stems. We like to wire our stems. These stands are going to, so the visitation will be today, but the funeral won't be until tomorrow. So you want to make sure, number one, your flowers are fresh so that they will last for you, because you certainly don't want them wilting before the actual service. So I like to wire my roses, and that's going to just help guarantee that these little heads are going to stay standing up and firm. Pull off any petals that don't look pretty. All right, there's our pretty red roses. And to finish this arrangement, I am going to get a little bit of filler flower. To finish the spray, I'm going to add just a little bit of Solidago. And so this is just going to help fill in some of the space. Now, if I had had some baby's breath or a white filler, I would have used that. But the centers of most of my flowers are this yellow, so I'm just going to add this soft yellow filler to just kind of fill in a little of the space. And so I'm just taking that Solidago and going all the way through that arrangement just to add a little touch of filler all the way through. All right, and there is our finished arrangement. So you can see how it's just a pretty white and red standing spray. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about how we do things, please ask. We would love to answer your questions. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, please give us a thumbs up. And please do that on all of our videos. It's an easy and free way to help support our videos. Do me a favor, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down below.